Ellie, of course, had one of the questions involving our Super Six this week, which the column will be up. And for those pop culture fans, one of those questions will be, which combination of songs will be Kendrick Lamar's first song on his set list on the DraftKings Super Six? And Ellie went off the board and said it's not going to be one of those songs that are listed. And there are reports out there of a projected set list. And the deal, Ellie might be right. Do your research, as they say. I did my own research, as they say. I'm a little salty this morning.
I could tell, Bear. To be fair, are these any of these songs? Have you heard any of them?
Not like us.
Not like us.
That's the only one.
Yeah. My kids even know that.
I admit I'm like the squarest.
Halftime show for me now.
I said I need Vic here. I need Vic here to help me out with all this.
The halftime show for me has turned into looking at all the wagers that I'm winning or losing, and just counting them up in my head mentally.
Correct.
To see what I have to do in the second half.
Yes, exactly. Where do I stand? Yeah. What's my prop checklist? What am I good with? But hopefully we'll be good with my man Will Hill, who's going to join us here now in the gambling group chat. So we'll gonna kind of focus on props all day. Of course, Ellie gave us the Super Bowl, the coin flip, tails as well. So we'll see what happens there. Her Gatorade color, all that. But we're going to start it on the field here and just take it off the novelty stuff to the actual stuff that we can really truly handicap. And one of the things that I think is worthwhile here is taking a stab on the Chiefs and looking at the random Chief du jour like to score. Like if you go down the list of players who have scored in the Super Bowl for Kansas City, you're looking at the Damian Williams, the Sky Moores, the Kadarius Tonys, Mecole Hardman, MVS, like all of these like players who like you wouldn't have expected necessarily to score, Jeff and Will. Like who's going to be the random Chief, Will, that's going to find the end zone on Sunday?
Yeah, even in the Chiefs' first Super Bowl, Mahomes scored the first one, and that's one. He used to run more earlier in his career. Now we're coming off a game where he had 2 touchdowns, so I don't know that you count him as a sleeper. He's at plus 250, but a guy that's been faded in the prop market, a guy that is a lot of sharp people are against, and I understand it. He's kind of been phased out, is Hopkins, but you can get him at like 5-1. Again, all it takes is one. He's a red zone target. He's got sure hands. He's a guy, Jeff, where he doesn't necessarily even need to be open, where you can throw it to him. He's just going to throw that jump ball and back shoulder, whatever, in terms of a fade. And all it takes is one. He's a veteran, so if they get some distance in this game, would they do like a lifetime achievement, career achievement thing where, hey, let's get DeAndre Hopkins, let's scheme up a touchdown for him in the Super Bowl. Who knows? Could be his last game. So him at 5-1, even though he's over under for catches just period, and the game is 1.5, and the under just keeps getting bet and bet and bet. But that's one if you want to take a stab. Again, you're not going to get huge numbers on any of these guys just for any time touchdown, but that's one that I at least think is interesting in terms of that.
Bear, I did some fun things with this one.
I love it.
So we talked about this off air yesterday, Will, and I went with a Hendershot, third tight end for the Chiefs to score a touchdown this game, because let's just say Travis Kelce's being doubled, and they got Noah Gray, and like there's a possibility on a goal line play that Hendershot's in there, just standing in the back of the end zone open. If we're talking about weird players to score, he's one of the weirdest. He might not even be active. I don't even know. And then I took look, the Chiefs have, and this is one of the reasons why they're good, guys. They win all 3 phases, right? You've seen their special teams so far in the postseason with a dynamic kickoff return, some punt returning, and the more that Remigio is playing. ACC legend, former Cal Bear before he went to Fresno, I believe. Right. ACC legend there. I took him to score a touchdown as well in this game. Could be special teams score. Could be he's not scoring an offense. I'm just thinking he scores a special teams. Look, we saw in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, Kadarius Toney almost got home, right? Longest punt return in Super Bowl history. So I played again. I got limited on the Nico.
No, shocker.
So like I couldn't even put down
$16,
a pizza wager. It wasn't even allowed for that wager.
Humble
so
brag. That is a humble brag right there.
Big winner over here.
$23. Okay, so no humble brag here for me, buddy.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah. So I just do. Look, I like that concept, guys, of just doing that for this game because the Chiefs, to everyone's point, have had random scores in this game because people take away on defense. If I'm taking away someone on the red zone, I'm taking away Travis Kelce, right? I'm taking away Hollywood Brown and Worthy. Goal line play, Hendershot could be open. Long shot, of course.
I'm going to vent for a second here, Jeff.
Yes.
These books should want a bet like that. Like the chance it's going to win is like minimal.
Oh yeah.
And like it's the same thing that happened a couple of weeks ago. I tried to bet an unraced horse to win the Kentucky Derby. Horse hasn't raced yet. It's like 65-1 or something.
That's a humble brag.
Try and
unraced.
Yeah, I got a little information from someone inside the industry, but like the chances that this horse is going to win the Kentucky Derby in May and hasn't even hit the track yet, like, are slim. They go to bed at $200. Your stake is too high. $100. Your stake is too high. $50. Your stake is too high. I just finally stopped. I'm like, they should be taking as much as like I want to offer on a bet like that because it's got no chance to win anyway. PSA over. Will, what props are you looking at?
I'm with the rest of the world. I know it's been public, but just because something's public doesn't mean it's not going to win. Right. Dallas Goedert over catches, yards, 4.5 catches. The yardage is creeped up to, I think, in the low 50s, 52.5. I just think the Chiefs are shaky against tight ends, and if you're going to have that much focus on Barkley, the middle of the field could be opening. Just look at some of the games tight ends have had against the Chiefs. Bowers had 140 plus, Likely had 111. Schultz had some big games. There's been big games against the Chiefs in terms of the tight ends, and Goddard's coming off a game where it's 7 for 85, sure-handed. I think he mixes well with play action. So him getting 5 catches, 60, 70 yards, I actually don't think plus 850 to lead the game in receiving yards. Is there a path where he gets 80, 90 yards and nobody else gets that? It's not terrible. So
Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.